Hello, my name is Emiliana, and I'm here to talk about um, different vibrational things we have been experiencing. And I wanted to make this video from since last year, like late last year. But I felt what people really needed to know was how to ground themselves and stay grounded because of what was happening. All the emotional things we were going through and all of that stuff. And this is what I made the videos about, trying to prepare people because we had so many lunar eclipses and solar eclipses of the moon, different, the moon affects us in so many ways that we are not aware of. And I don't even know how to go into this. There's so much to this that I am just going to briefly speak about it. If this resonates with you, that's great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Okay? This is what I've learned on my journey. Okay? So we are energetic beings. Like I've said that several times before. And it seems like it's a subject I'll always talk about or something I'll always try to bring awareness to you. But there are different things our bodies are going through, different frequencies our bodies are going through because we're vibrational beings. And some of the ways you might feel it is for some reason, or out of the blue, where you never had issues with those, is your blood pressure would fluctuate, like you'd go up, down, up, down. It's all the fluid in your body. It has something to do with the moon rising and falling. Believe it or not, the moon can affect your blood pressure because of it affecting the ocean, and we have so much fluid in our bodies. Okay, so right around that time, or even from October of last year, this energy have been flowing and coming in and affecting many people. So if somebody has a mental disability, it would get even worse. That was around that time. I didn't get to check the energy today and see what's going on from that time or not now, but it would affect their mental ability. You would probably have vertigo just out of the blue. If there is an elderly person that just would be walking and all of a sudden they would just have vertigo, it affects the elderly more than you can imagine. They would have ringing of the ears, a constant ringing just out of the blue. They would have chills. They don't have a fever, they would just feel it. Because we're all vibrational beings, we would have this different feelings in our body. So now, because the earth is changing and it's evolving, and it is, our frequency is changing. And because of that, that's how we're feeling it. Because we are physical beings on this planet. And the earth is going through her own thing. Mother Earth is doing her own thing. And because of that, the poles are shifting. Okay? And because the poles are shifting, it's affecting the weather. And the weather are all elements that has something to do with your blood pressure. It has something to do with sound. It has something to do with temperature and movement of air. I know in places all over the world, there are different sounds people are hearing. They are sounds from the earth. The earth is making those sounds. It's making the sounds because of the pole shifting, because of how things are moving. Okay? In regards to all of that, it's just part of what's happening. It's affecting us as humans. And it's all about where we are mentally. If we're all together, we will acknowledge that and say, okay, this is happening. Some people, it's too much for them. They have to take medications. You know, sometimes the medications can cause different things to happen. But just to let you know, this is what's happening. The earth is going through its own evolvement, and we're on it. And if we cannot stay in that vibration of where the earth is going, we'll fall off. I feel the moon and the sun have been doing major things. I feel the sun is a lot sharper and brighter. I saw that from the beginning of last year. Um, it's more piercing. The moon, I felt it's not always the same place. You know, some people say, well, the moon always rises on this side, and at this time it should be there. It's not always there. People look up and they see the moon. Oh, okay. They see it and really not acknowledge where it is, different times of the month and different days. It's not always the same place. And I mean, that's something I've acknowledged. But you know, you guys can investigate. Okay? I even feel eventually, because of the pole shift, because of how things are moving, where is very cold is going to turn warm, and where is warm is going to get cold. We're going to have drastic weather where it's going to change things enough where our winter months will be more summer months and our summer months will be more winter. We'll have mild winter and mild summers until it goes back to wherever it needs to go. It's just like anything. If you see someone walking, you know, and they're making the same steps, and then every once in a while it might go off and then it goes back. This is where we are near that off, you know, where the beat will not be consistent. This is where we are right now with how things are changing. And I don't know how long that's going to take. But I feel our winter months will be more. We'll not have that much snow. And if we do have it, it will be bad. But then it will not be consistent, like for 3 or 4 or 5 days of it. And places where it's warm and places where things are unusual, like a place where you would not, like Texas. I know Texas have everything to do with the pole shift. You know, places where it's warm, where people are going to Bahamas and going to Florida, they're going to have more cooler days. It's going to switch like that. It's going to switch where they'll have cooler days and we'll have more warmer days. So just to let you know, if you are feeling any of those things in regards to what's happening with your physical body, just know it's part of the shift. Our vibration is shifting. We are evolving into higher beings than where we were before. And we are all going at different paces. We are all at different places right now, but we will all go. We're just going at different speeds. There's some people, it's like, for instance, it's taking a test. You know, some people, you know, will get 100 and some people will get an 80. That doesn't mean the person that got an 80 is not as good as the person that's getting 100. They're just at a different speed of where they are in regards to what they're learning. The person that are at 100, they are where they need to be. That person at 80 will get there eventually. They're just at a different speed, but they will get there. We're all at different frequencies right now. This is something I noticed. If we are ever driving somewhere and we see there are no cars on the road, I feel we are in the 5th dimension. Because the higher up we go, we're shifting. And we keep going up. We're going at different speeds, but we're shifting. Okay? This is what I've learned on my journey. Love and light. That is what we are. Thank you for being here.